Hello everyone, I am the Photo Gamer and welcome back to some more Long Dark Survival Mode, and I am starting off in what I suspect is an unfamiliar location to you. I have a little confession. Unfortunately, I've managed to delete the last video I recorded, so I've lost it. And you can't go back, you can't reload, you can't do it again, so unfortunately there is a big gap where things happened that you haven't seen and I can't remember. So I honestly cannot remember what I did in that video. I've completely lost the entire thing, and unfortunately this is the Long Dark Survival Mode. You can't reload an old save or anything like that. There is nothing we can do to correct this little error on my part. It was a mistake. I didn't do my normal post-processing of renaming the recording file and putting it in a separate place so I don't lose it. I left it in my default record location and then I wiped it without thinking. So unfortunately I have deleted the last video in this series. So apologies, this is video number 14.5 or 14 redo if you want to think of it that way. But I do have a few bits of information. First of all, we are in the farmhouse. We are here in the farmhouse. Now I can't remember what I did at the end of video 13, if we were heading this way or we were vaguely in this direction. What I think I did, if I recall, is I went through and I completely looted this this location in the last video. So we've gone through, completely looted it. I'm trying to remember. I probably should have watched video 13 before I started doing this to see exactly where I got to at the end of that one. There was a wolf encounter. I couldn't get into this farmhouse. I had to find the key. Once I got in, I looted it. And that's pretty much where we are now. And I've slept pretty much through the rest of the day because my exhaustion level and condition were quite low. So we've still got to get through the night really before we can head back up to the Grey Mother's house and sort of pick up and carry on from this slight mistake. So yeah, we've pretty much gone through all of these and left behind things which have no good. Oh, actually, no, I've used them to store things in them. I'd totally forgotten I'd done that. So I've actually stored things in here, so we might have to do
I've never been so hungry in my life.
A couple of little treks in order to sort ourselves out. So I'm just trying to get myself back on a level footing so I know where I am, having made that little mistake. I also have development news. As we are recording this, it is the, I can't remember the date, 8th of December. And this video will hopefully, if I get it edited properly, going up in a couple of days' time. So you're seeing this not long after I've recorded it. There has been another dev diary. It actually came out in November. But I'd recorded all the other videos sort of ahead of time, so I hadn't seen it by the time I'd recorded any of the others. And it is pretty exciting. We've got another major survival mode update coming up mid-December, which hopefully will hit then in the next week or so, where we're going to get a new region. And it sounds like a far more complicated region, where it looks like it's in two halves, and you have to access the two halves from different transition areas. So that sounds a little bit different, a little bit interesting. Not quite sure how that's going to pan out. And it's also going to introduce timberwolves. Now that does confirm to me something which I was a little bit concerned about. Timberwolves are not in survival mode as it stands at the moment. They are only going to be in the new region when it comes up, and they're only going to be in that region. We're not going to find them anywhere else. So we know for a fact that we're safe from timberwolves as it stands. We've only got the normal wolves to deal with, so that is a bit of a bonus. We haven't got to worry about that. So let us sort out our food related issues. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm almost tempted. You see, this is the problem I've got. My fatigue level is actually pretty low. I think I'm going to sleep through the night. I'm going to sleep through the night just so that I can make sure I'm definitely okay to get all the way back to Grey Mother's house. Because obviously we had wolf issues getting in here. I'd rather not have them going back again. So, let us sleep through the night. So I need to drink. I've got. I'm going to have one of these sodas. That'll give me a few more calories as well. We're just coming up to nightfall now. I need to sleep for a few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I shall see you on the other side. Okay, so I am pretty much through to the following morning. It's a little bit dark, but we are pretty much through to sunrise. So I'm going to have a quick look at what I've got. What I'm going to be taking back with me, and I'm going to grab a few of those things that I left behind. Simply because I want to, ideally, if I can get everything back in one hit, it is going to save me having to come back. So I'm not too bothered about those. They can stay. Oops. Did I just put them back in my inventory? Yes, they can stay there. I don't care about those. This looked like the interesting cupboard. Bedroll. Kinda need that. That's rather important. So, bedroll. I need that. Books I'm less bothered about. Charcoal I'm less bothered about. I need that. 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 And I need all of that. Books I'm not too bothered about. I'm 5 kilos over. I'm happy to leave the books. I'm sure we'll find plenty of those. So I'm going to leave those. And I don't think I've left anything anywhere else. No, we're all good. Okay, so I'm now going to make my way back up. And obviously I am slightly encumbered by being slightly overweight. I'm 5 kilos over my carrying weight, so I've got to watch that. And I'm hoping the wolves are not about, because my sprint ability is going to be affected. Here we go. So we've got nice sunlight here. Okay, we're looking clear, which probably means we're not. Okay, let's go for it. Gonna straight line it straight out. As we make our way up the hill, trying to avoid the wolves. My senses are slightly heightened. Assuming I manage to get this video out on time, tomorrow we have a guest game coming up, which is Five Nights at Freddy's, which is the first time I've played it. So my senses are slightly heightened. I recorded that a couple of days ago, and I am very aware of what's going on around me right now. Because that did spark an interesting kind of discussion. The Long Dark has been described as a bit of a horror game. It's not really a horror game. It's not even really that scary, but there is a lot of suspense there. Because it's like now, we're walking through the landscape. We know there are wolves about. We don't know where they are, and we don't know if they're nearby. We don't know if they're nowhere near us, so we've got plenty of time and we've got plenty of space to work with, or whether they're just hiding behind this next rock and are going to leap out and attack us. So there's a fair bit of suspense, although, again, to be fair, with wolf attacks now, we're pretty well versed in fighting them off, so I'm not too worried about wolves. But there's also all the noises and all the sounds and everything that give it that kind of suspense feel. Okay, so we're crossing the bridge. No wolves down in the farm area, which is good. But that probably means we're more likely to encounter them up here in the edge of the town. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am running out of things to do in Milton. Milton is not the biggest area. There are bits outside of the town. We've still got the church that we haven't been to. We haven't been up to the radio tower, although if I recall there isn't really very much there. Particularly not in survival anyway. It may have changed though, because it's changed a little bit in Wintermute, so we might find that it has actually changed a bit. Oops, there's a wolf. There's a wolf. And it's right in our pathway, pretty much. I'm sort of hoping it's far enough away. There it is. Ooh, I am in a spot of bother here. There isn't really anywhere I can bolt to. Sort of gonna... I need to get to the Grey Mother's house. And that wolf has clocked me. Okay, well at least we're safe in here. Some matches, which is a bonus. Now the only slight snack is that wolf is not going to go anywhere for quite a while. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to pass time for an hour. Just need to keep a sharp eye on my temperature gauge and make sure I don't freeze in here, because it is below freezing. Okay, so what I need to do, I have a feeling we could end up with a wolf tussle here. I don't think it's going to have left, but I also don't really have anywhere else to bolt to, so I have a feeling we're going to have a wolf tussle. Yeah, we're going to have a wolf tussle. Ooh, my sprint is actually better than I thought, I'm not going to lie. And we're in. Awesome. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly thought we were going to have a tussle there, so we got away with that quite well. Okay, so we're back in the Grey Mother's house, which is not known as the Grey Mother's house in survival mode, if you've never watched survival before. I can't remember where I put anything. It's been a little while since I've been in here. I think it's mostly in here. See all of the supplies that we've got. I don't know what we've got with us that we're carrying, so let's just go through. Sort that by condition. I'm just going to drop some of this. One of the biggest things I'm carrying is water. I've got quite a lot of that, which I think is in here. Yep. Quite a bit of water. I'm just going to drop a couple of litres of that. What else am I carrying? Oh, I've got quite a lot of sort of odds and ends, so let's get rid of those. I've got 3 cooking pots here already, and I now have another cooking pot, so that gives me 4. I'm soon going to be able to really make up some water here. I've got spare matches and things like that that I don't really need to have. Let's drop all of those, and let's drop loads of these as well. So all just our normal housekeeping chores that we do whenever we go anywhere. Getting ourselves nice and organised. Oh, I'm not going to make it neat and tidy, I can't be bothered. As long as they're all vaguely in the right place, that'll do. It's one of those where it's really weird. The placement system still has quite big areas around things. Okay, so let's have a look at any bits of toolage and weaponry that we're carrying that we can perhaps drop. We've got a massive jerry can of fuel. We've got a little one which I'm just going to hang on to. I'm going to keep the revolver there as well. I've got some rifle ammunition. I'm going to drop all of that. In fact, is there any point carrying the revolver? It hasn't got any bullets, and I haven't got any bullets for it, so we might as well drop it. And rifle cleaning kit will drop as well. So, let's sort ourselves out. I don't know where I've been putting things like fuel. Let's just put it on this table. It's a shame you can't clear the clutter off the table, but you can't. And we've got some rifle ammunition there as well. So we've got ourselves a nice little table of stuff and things. We've got a book there. I'm keeping my fire starting supplies in here. So why that book's on the floor, I've got no idea. We're actually doing pretty well. Let's get rid of a couple of books. They're quite heavy. Fire starting materials and firewood we're actually doing pretty well with.
Getting a bit thirsty.
I'm doing okay for first aid supplies and clothing. We've got a bit of food and drink with us. I'm carrying a few things I don't need to be carrying. I'll tell you what, let's just drop these 2 cans, or 2 of the cans. I'm going to keep one of them. And I'm going to drop one of the sewing kits as well. And we might as well drop that line because we don't have a hook for it. I don't need to be carrying that whetstone either. So we've got a few things there. Let's drop. So sewing kit. Oh, let's start using this table, shall we, as well. So let's go sewing kit. Line. Whetstone. And every single location I have a collection of tin cans building up somewhere or other. So they're going to go there. So, we're doing pretty well. Here in the Grey Mother's house, which is our base of operations in Milton. So, what else is there for us to do in Milton? Really, it's just getting to the church and just seeing. There isn't going to be a lot in there, but it's just a location that we've not been to. I haven't really done any map making in this region either. Okay, so it's not an area that we've really been to particularly. So, let's head out and we'll go and have a look. I just need a drink before we do that. So I'm going to drink that soda. That'll give me a few calories as well. So I think I'm going to head towards the church. Now this is a little bit of a dangerous route. There's a lot of wolves out this way. But I'm sort of going to head towards it. Simply because it's about the only place left to go. Apart from heading up that way towards the radio tower. Ooh, in fact, should we go to the radio tower? Yeah, let's go to the radio tower. Change of plan. Let's go to the radio tower because we've got a bit more time right now. So let's get up there. We also haven't been to the gas station because we need a pry bar to get in it. And I haven't got one. I didn't bring one with me when I came over from Mystery Lake because it's heavy. So I didn't bother bringing it. Okay. I don't know what we're going to find up here. Obviously, this is the route in Wintermute that you come down. So when you're playing in Wintermute, when you're playing in the story mode, this is the route you come down into Milton. The plane crash is way up above, and this is the route that you take when you're coming down past the radio tower. So it has changed slightly from what it used to be. I'm pretty sure you used to access the radio tower from a different end of Milton. It may well be that we find we can't get to it, although it looks like this is a climbable thing. This is one of the little climbables. So I assume that means we can climb it. Or can we not? Or can we not? Oh, we can. There we go. Just thinking, is that a Wintermute only mechanic? But no, we can climb it. There we are. So we're up. So we're now on a plateau above Milton. I don't know where we'll ultimately end up if we keep going this way, where we're going to wind up. Could eventually end up absolutely anywhere, I suppose. So we're now up by the radio tower. Scenic view! And it is a scenic view, look at that. There's an overview of Milton Town. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And the church is off in the distance there. So that's probably pretty much the last place. Now we've been up here, the church is pretty much the last place for us to go and explore. We've got a crate here. I don't know what we're going to find.
This'll come in handy.
Water purification tablets and nothing else. Not a particularly useful supply mint. That doesn't do anything in this particular mode. I'm going to keep going this way. Oh, let's do a map make actually while we're here. Now, I actually don't know if this is going to make any difference or not, but let's just head over to the scenic view and do a map make over here. I don't know whether it's going to do anything different, because I don't know exactly how the map making mechanic works. But if it surveys what we can see pretty much everything. No, it doesn't, but it has extended the view slightly, so we've got a little bit more of it. Okay, let's keep going this way then. Again, this is the direction you come down in from the plane crash at the start of Wintermute. I suspect we're probably going to find somewhere there's a gate that won't let us go any further, and we'll kind of hit a bit of a dead end. But I'm sort of hoping that we'll find somewhere interesting whilst we're down here. Well, this could be just a dead end. Okay, well, we can go that way. Radio tower that way. Oh, and a cave. Now. We have a cave. And we have another rifle. Oh, wow. And we've got loads of coal in here as well. But we have a rifle. Oh, wow. And some rifle ammunition.
I think I can use this.
How many rifles does that give me now? What's my weight? Ooh, mournful music. That always makes me nervous. Apparently, one of the other things that's going to be coming with the next update to the Long Dark is some more music. Yeah, I'm up to my weight limit, but I'm gonna sort of head up a little bit further, and then I'm gonna come back to this cave, I think, and use that cave as a shelter for a little bit. Burn some of this coal. I just want to have a look what's up here. Probably a load of wolves and some teeth. Well, there's a deer. Ooh. Forgot. Yes, I have. Are they loaded? No, they're not. I'm not a very good shot. I'm not going to lie, but I don't want to miss this opportunity. Let's just move slowly. Is there a wolf? Is that a wolf on the far side? No, it's a rabbit. Okay, we're all good then. Because obviously we're so close to that cave, we can, if we can bring this deer down. Well, I hit it. I did hit it. I did hit it. I didn't do a brilliant job, but it hasn't really got that far many places to go. So I suppose if I can hit it with another shot, it's not too cold either.
thing.
Some birch. Alright, let's keep walking. Oh, that was a miss. As I say, I'm not a great shot. I'm not a good hunter in the long dark. I'm really not. Yeah, I was going to say there was no way we were going to miss that. Okay, perfect then. So we've brought down a deer. So my plan now is to excavate it from the snow before it disappears. I want to quarter it. It's going to take me an hour with that, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just do it.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Temperature-wise, we're actually okay. It's above freezing, so we're not freezing. We're doing all right. Now, obviously, this is going to take me way over my carrying limit. And I also think I've only got 3 bags there. I haven't got 4. I've only got 3. One of them has disappeared through the terrain.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Which is a little bit annoying. I've lost one of my pieces of deer. It has gone through the terrain. That's a bit of an annoying bug. Okay, so we haven't got to get very far to get back to that cave, so that's where I'm going to head. Obviously keeping my eyes open. Oh, blimey, that's a headwind and a half. Okay, I'm going to get back to the cave, and I shall see you when I get there. Okay, so I am back. I am in the cave. So we should now be relatively okay in here. Obviously, we do need to get a fire lit. I'm obviously pretty encumbered. I'm way overweight, but not too bothered about that. We've got a nice location to be in here. We've got plenty of fuel. I am slightly worried about anything that might be lurking in here. I'm just having a quick check. There was one cave I went to in one region where I found wolves inside it, which I think is a one-off for that particular cave. Yeah, we're pretty okay in here. So I'm going to come up onto this flat plateau up here, a relatively flat plateau, and I'm going to make a fire. I want to move it a little bit further forward than that if I can. There we go. Right, so I'm going to use a book and some birch bark, and my fire striker is running out, so I'm going to use a wood match. I'm going to get this going, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cook some of that meat. We're going to eat that, but then we've got to get it all back to the Grey Mother's house, which in theory should be relatively straightforward because it's a straight run back. There's nothing complicated at all about it, but I am just a little bit anxious because we are way overweight, and I'm just concerned. Okay, so let's get some fuel on this fire then. I've got some cedar. I'm going to chuck that on there. One piece, and then I'm going to use the coal. The coal is a bit weighty. I'm going to chuck it all on there, and we're just going to allow that to do its work for the moment. So what we're now going to do while we're waiting for that to hit, you can only start putting coal on, I think, after about 20 minutes or something like that. So we just got to let that burn for a little while. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out my bags of deer and harvest them. Now, I'm slightly annoyed that I've lost one. There's normally 4. Obviously, you're quartering it, so there should be 4 of them. So I am slightly annoyed that I lost one. It clipped through the terrain. Because of where the deer was, it clipped through the terrain. I suppose we're probably quite lucky that we didn't lose all of them. Because of where the deer was up that corner, it just clipped through the terrain. So I couldn't get it. It's probably there in the game world, but it's unaccessible. Which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, we have another deer hide, and we have more gut, and now we have meat as well. So, doing pretty well here. Okay, I am going to eat a few things while I'm here. So I'm going to eat my peanut butter, because that's getting quite close. I'm also going to risk this granola bar, which I'm probably going to end up regretting. Yay, we got away with it. Awesome. And that I may cook, I don't know. Okay, so fire is now at 8 minutes because of all the time accelerating we did harvesting. I kind of dropped the ball a bit there. I wasn't watching how long any of that harvesting was taking me, but I can now add the coal. I'm going to chuck it all on. That's going to give me 6 hours. Okay, so that's going to take me into darkness, I suspect, but I'm then planning on making a move while it's dark. That's certainly the plan. So let's cook. I think I've only got the 2 cooking slots here. I don't think I have any others. No. So it's going to take, I'm going to duck down 54 minutes for each of these pieces to be cooked. So I'm going to pass time until it's ready. There we go. So I'm actually going to eat that because I need the calories. There we go. And the other one's just ready at the same time. So we're going to take that one. I'm going to chuck another 2 pieces on. Now that one's a small piece, that one's a big piece. So we'll do 2 big pieces. So the cooking time is about the same. There we go. That's another hour. It's now starting to go a little bit darker. We now have 1 piece of cooked. Weight-wise, we're actually okay. We're not doing too bad weight-wise, so let's pass time until that one's ready. Take it. Oh, I've got mournful, scary music coming on again. The Long Dark does not like its mournful, scary music. And as I said, there is new mournful, scary music coming up. Whoa. With the December update, there's going to be some brand new music. Oh, that's foggy, and it's actually gone foggy in here as well, which I wasn't expecting. Tell you what, the music of the Long Dark is scary enough. Okay, let's pass time. Okay, we have now just gone below sunset. We've only got the 2 little pieces left, so we might as actually no, we've got 1 big piece and 2 little pieces. So we've got 3 little. Oh, we've got 3 little pieces. Of course we have. We had 3 pieces, 3 bags, so we have 3 little pieces. Pass time until it's ready, and then I'm going to eat that. That's what's going to get me through the night. I'm going to bung the other one on to the final cooking slot. I'm going to eat that one as well. So I've pretty much got a full calorie load, and then I'm just going to make a small amount of water. Tell you what, this is mournful music I have not heard before. It's very mournful, and it feels like it's gone very foggy in this cave. Pick up that recycled can. Let's drink. Okay, how much fire have we got? 2.5 hours. This always happens whenever I try and camp out anywhere. That's 3 hours. We always get really bad storms which trap me wherever I am. Let's put my bedroll down, and I'm going to sleep for 3 hours. And hopefully the storm will pass, and we can make our move out of here. Weight-wise, I think we're okay. Nope, the storm has not passed. If anything, it sounds like it's got worse. I've got 50 minutes left on my fire. How many sticks have I got? Well, I've got a few sticks actually. Let's bung them on. I do have another book, so I'm going to chuck that on as well. So that's took me over another 2 hours. So we'll just do another 2 hours sleep. Still sounding pretty bad. My genuine concern is that once that fire goes out, I am going to have a bit of a problem. And at this point, I'm a little bit reluctant. I mean, to be fair, ooh, as quickly as that, the wind stops. How long have I got left on that fire? I've got 20 minutes. Let's just go and have a quick look at the door of the cave and just see what the weather's like outside now that wind has died off. actually starting to look a bit better. I suspect if I just give it a little bit longer, we'll be alright. And we're not very far away from where there is a good supply of firewood if I end up needing to get it. So let's add fuel. That'll give me another hour. It also reduces my weight problem. Let's sleep for another hour. Oh, it sounds like it's picked back up again. That was possibly a mistake. Oh no, it actually looks okay. Let's pick up and let's grab a torch.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Wrong, wait. Okay, I'm going to make a bolt for it then. I'm going to try and get back to the Grey Mother's house. Let's go. Let's see if we can do this. It is midnight. As you know, I don't travel very much at night in the long dark. I'm going to grab sticks. If I see them, I'm going to grab them. Just in case bad things happen and I need to make another camp. Oh, not got time for branches. I mean, let's think about it. We've not got to go very far, so hopefully this means we can get down there. Wolves will still be about. That's the one thing we've got to bear in mind. It is snowing. It's always a risk doing this because the weather could get worse at any second, and if it does, you can end up in a real problem. Okay, so we're going down. Are we going down the right way? Oh, yes we are. I can remember. Okay, so I'm gonna... oh, I hate the mournful music. It always makes me nervous. It plays pretty randomly, to be fair, but it's usually the precursor of something bad happening. And you all know what I'm like. I have a tendency to do things I probably shouldn't do, overly risky stuff. Ah! Points proven! Climb! Climb! Get climbing! Hopefully the wolves can't climb. Oh heck. Okay, now what do I do? Where are they? There they are. They're coming. Ooh. That feels like they are actually coming towards me. Oh, there they are. Bit stuck. Wolf down. Wolf down. But unfortunately, they've clipped the terrain. Oh, I've got them, but they've clipped the terrain. So I'm not going to be able to harvest them, which is annoying. Oh, I can sort of see his snout. But I've lost the other one. Okay, well I'm not in a position to do it now anyway. But at least we've dealt with them. So let's make a bolt for it then. I've got a bit of sprint capability, so let's just get into the Grey Mother's house. And for the love of all that's holy, let's get out of here. Sprint ran out at the wrong moment there. It's one of those situations where you can take advantage of the wolves sort of getting stuck in unusual terrain to take them out. It's just unfortunate that they've clipped through it again. So I now can't harvest them, so it's a bit wasted, but never mind. Okay, so we've made it into the Grey Mother's house. I am just going to find the storm lantern, which I'm sure I'm carrying. At least so that you can see vaguely what we're doing. There we are. So we've actually done pretty well. We've managed to bring down a deer. We've harvested it. We brought everything back here. So actually, we're now in really good shape at the end of this video. So thank you, as always, for joining me for some long dark survival. Really hope you are enjoying it. I am going to keep this series going, as well as introducing some new stuff and generalising things a little bit as well, getting away from gaming, doing some other stuff. But this series, The Long Dark, it is the game I'm playing the most. It is still going to be here. So thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully we can carry on. We can have a think about where else we can go in Milton. The church is pretty much it. Possibly the gas station if we can get in it, but I haven't found a pry bar yet in Milton, so maybe we can't. But hopefully we'll find a way in, even if we have to go back, get one and come back again. But there isn't very much more to do in Milton, to be honest, so I have a feeling very shortly we're going to be heading back to Mystery Lake. But we are 17, in fact we might even be 18 days. We are 19 days! We're on day 19, so we are 18 full days into this playthrough, and hopefully, again, we're aiming to go as long as we can. But as always, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Check out the other content that I have on the channel. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you again very, very soon.